Hi, this is Randy. Just a real short video tonight. Maybe some advice for those of you who are on dating sites or might start putting up a profile. So, I have determined with quite a high amount of certainty, and this is not really any kind of, rocket science, but texting is not meant for strangers. Short messages over a dating site to try to get to know the other person in any way, unless you're both writing basically paragraphs back and forth with great clarity and great understanding of the English language, a lot of revisions and editing before sending, you're going to miscommunicate. You're going to receive messages that are a miscommunication. You are going to misperceive all over the place. Commenting on YouTube videos is a little bit easier for several reasons. Number one, the people are normally commenting about the same topic, which is what the video was about. Sometimes they get into side conversations if they seem to click and they seem to be able to communicate back and forth and there's some interest. Most commenters put a lot of thought into their comments and they do write with clarity. Plus, in the NARC community, anti-NARC community, we do have quite a bit in common already. So we're not like 100% strangers. We're together talking about the same topic. We have the same vocabulary. We understand what the words mean, the glossary of narcissism. And that makes our communication easier, and yet still commenters get into arguments or they misperceive each other, and hopefully, a lot of times, most of the time, things get clarified. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you're trying to get to know someone as a possible or prospective romantic partner. And when you're doing this over messaging, it is super, super ill-advised. It does not turn out well for either person. It causes a ton of frustration and a lot of assumptions going back and forth. I wonder what that person meant. Or this person obviously meant this, and then they really didn't. But you can't really clarify, and you don't know the person. It takes all the nonverbal communication away. And we communicate a lot through nonverbal facial expressions, mannerisms. When you remove these things and you're, from someone who you do not know, you don't know their cadence, you don't know when they're being sarcastic. It's different when you're married to someone, or it's a long-term partner, it's your family member. You know them very well. When you text short messages to them, you can get away with it. They get you most of the time. And still, small misunderstandings occur even there. But in general, when you're texting back and forth with your spouse, it's not to get to know them. It's not to be bearing your soul and telling all your deepest secrets. It's basically just to, set up times, check in, and it can be short. And when the conversations do get longer between spouses or romantic partners that know each other already, the gaps are filled in because we know them. But to start texting a stranger and then expect that you're going to get to know them that way is not going to happen. What's going to happen instead is that you're going to misperceive each other and you're going to miss everything that is meant behind the words. A lot of people don't know how to even express themselves in words. It's a skill. Most people are not good writers. They're not good spellers. They don't know how to clarify their meaning. And they assume that other people know what they mean when they text something because to them it's obvious. So I guess all I'm saying is, I might seem like a bitch because I'm not into texting and I'm not into these long messaging conversations that last a long time, that go for days or weeks. They are completely useless and a waste of time. And even talking on the phone is to me, because I still am missing the nonverbal cues. They're very necessary when getting to learn about someone and know them. It's a combination type of a thing. So I totally do not advise spending very much time texting or messaging someone or on the phone. You must meet in person immediately and make all of the meetings face to face. If you don't do that, then you're both wasting your time. You're not getting to know the other person. And there's going to be a ton of misunderstandings. No one's fault but our own for actually engaging in it and thinking that this is some kind of a quick, speedy way of getting a relationship. And it just doesn't work that way. So I know I'm not telling anybody things that they don't really already know, but I think that a lot of guys really do think that those dating sites are a mechanism for really getting to know someone, and it's just not. So thanks for listening.